I'm not stricken with guilt or gratitude because he didn't try to kill me.
Gemma must have really loved you to do that.
You don't go around murdering people you love.
If you're angry enough, you might.
You'd have to hate them, not love them.
I think those two emotions are closer than we realise sometimes.
Don't talk rot. She's round the twist, that's all. You'd have to be mad to
I don't think so. Just very angry. And so hurt you didn't care what happened.
Hasn't been much of a honeymoon for you, has it?
I don't expect you've had a ball either.
Why don't we have a special dinner tonight for two in the conservatory? Champagne and candles.
What would you like?
Tripe and onions?
Where are you going?
To work. Where do you think I'm going?
That'll be a surprise for them.
Oh? Why?
Because I told them you were in bed with a migraine.
You what?
I wanted you to myself today.
But that's a damn cheek. I could have had appointments. Court even.
You haven't. I looked in your Filofax.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I know it was stupid, but I need a day to wind down from all of this, and I need someone with me.
I can't afford to take a day off.
Yes, you can. You're the someone I need.
I had no idea how much in demand you could be just from working with the murderess. That's the 7th call.
It must take a certain detachment.
Oh, I think I can handle fame quite well.
No, to plan a crime like that against two men one knew intimately, a certain ability to withdraw, however temporarily, from one's own conscience.
Well, I don't think Gemma ever had one of those.
I suspect a psychotic withdrawal syndrome, because Gemma was not naturally nerveless.
No, she's got more nerve than anyone I know.
Oh, off to a garden party, are we?
I wish I was. I have to see the receiver today.
Dressed like that?
Well, I want to make a good impression.
Then I'd vote for the op shop down the road.
Oh, you think?
Jasmine, you're bankrupt. You're swanning there looking like Susan Renoff, and I want your underwear as well.
No, you're right. What am I going to do?
Get changed, for starters.
Oh, thanks, Shelley. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Only to a government house would justify an outfit like that.
Maxine, where's Gemma? Is she in jail?
I don't care. I have complete faith in the justice system. Now, I want a meeting of all the writing staff. You're it, I see. Well, thank the Lord we're not close to a deadline. Magda and I will have to help out as usual.
1, 2, 3.
Where is she?
Maxine, she resigned.
I know she resigned. People are always resigning. It doesn't mean a thing. Get her on the telephone.
I've been trying. It's off the hook.
I was going to go round at lunchtime.
Do it now. Tell her to get here immediately. You don't think she's done something stupid, do you?
She was very upset, emotionally.
But she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. Not Magda. Yes, get round. Tell her to pull herself together. We have a magazine to put out.
I bet you've never washed a dish in your life.
Of course I have. Just silly when you got a dishwasher.
You're so lucky growing up with advantages. I mean, look at you. Rich, pretty, running your own business. You haven't even got UE.
I suppose.
Well, don't you like the way you live?
I'd be mad not to, wouldn't I?
Oh, I see. Boy trouble? You should worry with that spunky Damien hanging around you. Oh, come on. Come on, you can tell Auntie Cheryl.
Well, it's just that sometimes I don't think he cares about me at all.
Oh, I bet he's crazy about you. What boy wouldn't be?
He plays all these cat and mouse games.
So, don't go along with them.
I wouldn't, but they're so clever you don't spot them until you're well and truly caught.
Why on earth does he do that?
I don't know. Power kick or something. And then if you get hacked off and start to walk away, he's really nice.
Well, that's no way to treat a nice girl.
He'll do anything to get what he wants. He stabbed Justin in the back just because he doesn't like him. He'll do the same to me if I'm not careful.
Well, it sounds to me like that Damien needs to be taken down a peg or two.
I know. I'm just not sure I can do it.
Well, maybe someone else should.
Mr. Metcalf.
G'day. I'm here to see Rex.
Would you mind, Rita?
Oh, and I'd like a word with you too.
I can't imagine we'd have anything to discuss.
Oh, I don't want to discuss anything.
Well, that's a relief.
I just want to remind you to keep your molars firmly shut about the return of the prodigal son. Or it could be unhealthy for you. Very unhealthy indeed.
Are you threatening me, Mr. Mitkoff?
If you like. If not, it's just a friendly reminder.
You'll have to forgive me, Mr. Mitkoff. I have an appointment. Rita, I shall want the car in 10 minutes.
What did you do to her?
Nothing. It was just a friendly chat.
Must be because you're an Australian. She thinks you're all still convicts.
Any more females try and throw you off a cliff lately?
You've been into the catnip, Giles.
No, I just feel great. Hoping you're the same.
I feel fine.
Good. How about a meeting later today? You, me, and Max.
Yeah, sure, you're more than welcome. What time?
I don't want it here. I want it at the office.
Oh, I can't make it.
I think you can.
Oh, do you? What's it all about?
Let's just say it would be in your best interests to be there. About 5:30? Oh, and, I really would make sure you're there. You'll enjoy it.
We were worried about you.
I thought about putting my head in the oven, but it's electric. I'm calm, rational, and sober.
But you're not coming into work.
I've resigned.
From Gloss or from life?
Oh, don't be smart, Panic. It gets up my nose.
The police have arrested Gemma.
Gemma did it. Yes, I'd believe that. I guess that's the reason for all the warm fuzzies about my state of mind, the fact that Maxine hasn't got any writers.
She's also concerned for you.
Oh, go away, Panic.
What are you going to do?
Nothing.
You have to do something.
Well, not unless they've created a new bylaw that makes idleness an offence. I'm going to do nothing. And then when I finish doing nothing, I'm going to go and live by the beach away from people.
And what are you going to do there?
Oh, I don't know. How the hell should I know? I go on the dole, write short stories. I just want to get away from the city.
You just want to get away from Sean.
If I had the energy, I'd throw something at you. Oh, all right. So it's sticking in my throat at the moment. But I'm not going to hang around and let it choke me.
You okay, Sean?
I'm fine.
There's no pain? You're sleeping?
I'm sleeping.
We should have a talk. Leah's sensing that you're troubled and it's worrying her.
Oh, really, I'm fine.
Your past life is rearing its ugly head again. I know it's tempting, but those old energies were the ones that made you ill. You've got to stay calm and tranquil, otherwise it's curtains for you. Your peace is under threat from old haunts and old friends.
No, I want to live.
Then you've got to find the strength to turn your back on people and places. Because they'll kill you, Sean, as surely as a bullet.
That's all right, Colin. I think I've passed the test. Okay, that visit to Gloss wasn't easy. Took me a while to get centered again. But, well, I'm here.
It isn't for long.
Oh, it really needs that necklace.
So do your creditors.
Well, it's only for a while, you know. The receiver's there to help me. He said so. Once I've explained the situation, and he sees that it's just a temporary cash flow problem, he'll help me trade my way out of it.
I've been reading all the wrong magazines.
Well, there are heaps of top business people out there in my situation. The country would just go bankrupt if it didn't help them.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. And so what'll happen is that the government will give me a grant. So it'll save money in the long run because I'll be successful in paying taxes.
Now, let me get this straight. You're going to see your receiver to ask for a government grant so you can buy more flotation tanks?
That's right.
Shelley, could I have the notes of the last editorial meeting and a list of all freelance feature writers, please?
Hey, all. Maxine, how's your day shaping up?
Well, I'd have to look at my diary. Why?
Just a wee meeting.
Good meeting or bad meeting?
Oh, good. Definitely good.
Push down gently and hold it there.
Oh, it hurts. He's up to something, you know.
Giles.
Yeah. He's far too pleased with himself. He's like a dingo on speed.
You don't like him, do you?
No, of course not.
Is there some way you can make him resign?
No, not unless I can get something on him. Make him take to the hills. Yeah, I should run him past Maxine. Oh, look, that's enough of that.
You haven't finished.
Oh, I don't want to do any more.
Or shall I get you the portable phone?
No, damn it, I'm not an invalid. No, look, I'll go in and see her. I want to be able to watch her face so I know when she's lying.
Well, you're not well enough to go out.
Rubbish. It'll do me good. Besides, I'm going spear hanging around here all the time.
Are you? Oh, well, all right, then. You go and get changed. I'll find my car keys.
What? Oh, no. Listen, I'll take a taxi. Cara, you're a wonderful nurse, but you're spoiling me, okay? Besides, you've got a special dinner to arrange. Yeah. Yeah, that works. You've got a real talent, you know. A special imagination. It's a pity there aren't more people like you on our team.
Well, you've certainly got imagination. That rewrite on Justin's story was a bit naff.
I got no time for clowns, and Justin, he's a clown.
And he's Chelsea's friend.
No. He's a parrot.
Well, she was really hacked off for the way that you set him up.
Yeah, the girl's got the morals of a nun.
Yeah, funny, isn't it, with a gross family like hers?
Now, the family I like.
Goof. What? I just feel naked without something, that's all. I've decided to ask for 100,000. They don't respect you unless they think you're in the big league.
What planet she on?
Ah, I want a word with you.
Me? How flattering.
Now, you just listen to me, sonny boy. You've been upsetting my poor Chelsea, and I'm not going to put up with it. Do you hear me?
Well, I certainly do, and I think they can hear you in the next office.
Oh, I don't care if they can hear me down there in Dunedin. Now, Chelsea is a lovely girl, and she deserves a nice boy who'll treat her right, not muck her around and play games with her. And if you've got the sense you were born with, sonny boy, you'll realise you're onto a good thing and pull your head in and start being nice to her. Because if you don't, mate, you're going to have me to reckon with. Okay?
Well, I want you to know that I appreciate your honesty, and I want to tell you that I think you're a real Doris.
Good. Well, at least you're learning.
Belinda's carrying a foal that should bring us a fortune at the yearling sales. Lord knows the stud fees were high enough. And Jessica's got psoriasis, and Chris has joined the Foreign Legion.
That's nice.
And you've not been listening to a word I've been saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dorothy. I'm just a bit distracted, that's all.
Going gaga, if you ask me. Well, I've got no conscience. I'm going to take $5 off you at Rummy. Do you want a cup of tea while we play?
I don't think so. But I wouldn't say no to a very dry sherry.
Is this some kind of a joke?
My typing's not that bad.
Magda was seriously planning a lead article on environmental science? I mean, where are the cooking recipes? Where are the horoscopes?
Horoscopes?
Hundreds of people buy magazines merely for the horoscopes. You don't get distribution points in this game for being precious. We are selling to the great unwashed.
Your sister was in earlier, Maxine. She had a long chat to Damien.
Oh, that must have been a treat. Where's Jasmine?
Meeting her receiver.
Oh, no, she hasn't got religion again, has she? Oh. Now, I want you to get those freelance writers to come in and see me. Tell Jasmine I want her to see me as soon as she comes back. Oh, and pass a word to the printer, would you, that I am not happy with the quality of the binding of the last issue. Right. I want a written explanation by the end of the day. He can fax it to me. Okay? Was there something?
Yes, a moment of your time, if you can spare it.
If you want to tell me that you've sold out, I already know. Rex called me.
Cozy? No, I just wanted to talk to you, actually.
I am busy.
Too busy to listen to sound advice? I still think you should bail out of illusions as well.
You don't know all the facts.
The only facts I need to know is that the whole thing's dodgy and you can wind up in a lot of trouble.
Darling, I thrive on stress. It's all part of being a Redfern.
Anyway, the only partnership I'm severing is the business one. You know, you're so impressive in full flight.
You're not taking the mickey by any chance?
Oh, just a smidgen. But I really was impressed out there. Yeah, I've always been a sucker for the old power trim. I fancy myself as a toy boy, actually.
Do you indeed?
Oh, yeah, I just go weak at the knees at the thought of it. Do you, want to take advantage of me?
I'm starving. It's nothing like a good dust-up to give you an appetite.
You had a row?
Just tore a couple of strips off that hunk of beefcake that's been upsetting you.
You went and saw Damien?
Certainly did. And I told him off in front of the whole office. I told him exactly where to get off. Treating my niece like dirt. And he took it all in, I can tell you. He'll probably send you flowers after he's had a good think. What's the matter? Aren't you pleased I stood up for you?
You've just made things worse. But then you're really good at that, aren't you?
I thought you'd be grateful. I was only trying to help.
Well, this isn't a bad article. What's left of it?
Believe me, it's quite long enough for most of our readers.
Couldn't agree more.
Is she coming in?
No.
She is all right.
I think so. She's going away to live by a beach.
Magda, she loathes beaches.
What's happened to her?
Oh, it's this wretched Sean business. She just got over him going off to die. Now he seems to have suffered a full-scale resurrection. Only she doesn't seem to feature in the second coming.
Well, should I go and see her?
She doesn't want us right now. We're in the way of her thoughts.
Well, she's okay, though.
She's a survivor. Only this must seem like the last straw on top of her problems with Gloss. Damn, Sean!
She wasn't happy as editor. Authority made her unsure of herself. But she might have succeeded without Sean.
Now?
She's lost her courage.
Fascinating. He actually made sense. What do? I now find myself editor and managing editor of Gloss and managing editor of Zoo, and there are still only 24 hours in a day.
That's a bit daunting, isn't it? How will you cope?
Superbly, as always.
Well, I love a challenge as well, you know, but sometimes I think you've got to ever so casually shout, help.
Well?
I don't know. This place was part of him.
If he can't survive a short time back in the city, he'll never be able to fight it off. Do you reckon he's strong enough?
What, to fight off the city? Yeah, I think so.
What about this old girlfriend, though? He loved her, didn't he?
I think he still does, though he mightn't know it.
Ah, well, an old love won't destroy him.
An old guilt might. He hurt her. I think that's what's troubling him still.
He's too fragile yet to cope with that. She'll have to let him go.
Thank you. I think it's time for a toast. To Alistair, my devious sister, and freedom of the innocent.
I'll drink to that.
I'd rather drink to the incarceration of the guilty with hard labor.
What a morbid thought.
I give you my darling wife, Gemma. May she rot in jail for the rest of her natural.
Excuse me for a moment, please.
That's horrible, Alistair, and I certainly won't drink to it.
Sorry. Bad taste.
G'day, Given. Anything happening I might be interested in?
Plenty. Big poker game tonight.
Great. Count me in.
I'd think twice about it, mate. Stakes that make your eyes pop could end up losing your trousers.
You reckon? Just tell me where and when.
Panic. What do you think of this object?
A certain naive flair. Definitely following the trends of the upmarket overseas youth magazines. I'd tone down the purple. It's a suicide colour.
Would you like to go and call my bath chair, Shelley? I think I'll just totter off and have a weak tea and an arrowroot biscuit.
Or a plot. A male plot to subjugate women.
I knew you'd recognise it eventually.
I take it he didn't give you that government grant.
And you're just part of the male conspiracy. I bet you even rang him and warned him. Oh, what am I going to do?
We're going to get started on the fashion section, because otherwise we won't have one, you won't have a job, and you'll be dressing out as St. Vincent de Paul.
Well, you don't even care.
My heart is bleeding for you, but I have a magazine to put out, and at the moment it doesn't look like I have any staff working on it. Ah, a royal visit.
I wanted a word. In private?
Would you like to limp this way?
Yeah, sorry to disappoint you. I'm still alive.
You don't deserve to be. Chauvinist pig.
Are you auditioning for Macbeth? Did I miss something?
Nothing you didn't hear 20 years ago. Jasmine takes a bit of time to catch up. You must be delighted to have it confirmed that Alistair is innocent.
Thrilled to bits.
Must have made Gemma very cross, indeed.
She's always been a bad loser. Listen, has Giles been to see you?
Yes.
Did he tell you what it was about?
No. You?
No. Bit odd.
I thought so. He seemed very pleased with himself.
I don't think I like it. It wasn't a threat, but...
It felt like one. Yes, I got that too. We could be otherwise engaged.
Oh, believe me, that was my first thought. I can't stand being ordered around by that little bush rat, but unfortunately he's got those damn letters.
Giles really sticks in my craw.
We have to get something on him.
For the balance of power, yes. Have you got any ideas?
Not as yet, but it's something we should put our minds to. And in the meantime...
We attend the meeting with the best grace that we can muster. Disconcert him.
Olivia, sure you keep them up your sleeve. How have you been doing? Not getting lonely?
No chance would be a fine thing. No, with Rex convalescing, we've had all these tiresome businessmen coming and going all the time. I just hate it. And this morning, I was practically threatened by an absolutely vulgar Australian.
I think that qualifies as tautology.
Oh, really, Dorothy? That man is the end. I can't abide him even in the same room. He used to work for Bryce. And it would appear he still does. I've told you, Dorothy, I always know with Bryce. It's like telepathy.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yes. Bryce is very much alive. Gin?
Oh, really?
Take a seat. Sean's told me all about you, Colin.
Thank you.
And about Leah.
He's told you we're curing him.
Yes.
It's not complete. Won't ever be complete. Sean's like a diabetic. You take away his insulin equivalent and he'll die. So he's committed himself to a new way of life, a new set of values. He has to. If he goes back to the old ones, the sickness will return.
You really believe that, don't you?
You saw him when he was sick. And you loved him. Leah loves him too. And Sean loves Leah. She's a very important part of his cure.
Bully for Leah.
This isn't easy for me, Magda. I want you to help us to help Sean. The city is very seductive.
Seductive? You sound like a bad Victorian novel.
It's not a joke. His way of life, his friends were killing him. They'll kill him again, faster than you'd believe.
There's a lot I don't believe. I don't believe I was bad for Sean. I don't like being told I'm poison.
He was dying, now he's well. Those are facts.
Well, I don't accept it's a fact that you killed him.
I think you do. I think you're just scared to accept it.
Scared? Of you?
Of what I represent.
That's enough.
My only interest is in seeing Sean well and happy.
And married to Leah, your daughter.
She can save him.
And I'll kill him?
It's not personal.
Well, it sounds pretty damn personal to me. Look, even if you are right, Sean's a big boy. He's able to make up his own mind.
To destroy himself.
If he wants to, yes.
But you are going away. Soon.
Soon enough. I'll send you a postcard.
We'll take good care of him. I promise you.
I'm rigid with gratitude.
Go on, be a devil.
If I get into that stuff, you'll see the devil. So, I came via the journo's watering hole, and the word is that the cops will turn in the uniforms before Gemma gets bail.
No, good old cops. Hope there's rats in the cell.
Oh, chum. I wouldn't have thought that confession that you got would hold up in court, though.
Well, it's hard to tell. But the police will make sure they do get a formal confession from her, and that will hold up. This trial will be over before it's begun.
And I thought you were a nice, honest country girl.
I'm a lawyer.
Well, this is a pleasant celebration. My invitation must have got lost in the post.
Quite spontaneous, I assure you.
Oh, darling, don't drink too much. I am planning a very special dinner party to welcome you home tonight.
I'm already at home. Home is a place where people believe you, support you. So, my home's with Chris and Jessica, not you.
I don't know what you're trying to slur, Alistair, but if you're intimating that I didn't support you through your latest debacle, I couldn't have done more so publicly.
What about the family meeting? I didn't exactly hear you say Alistair should be chairman, or did I just miss it?
This is infantile.
My own mother wouldn't even stick by me, because she might have lost some money.
I blame this all on Dr. Spock. I should have thrown the book into the fireplace and given you a few spankings.
Maxine, I'm sorry. He's working through some pretty heavy stuff today, and some of it isn't nice, but he does have to do it. You understand?
I don't need a lawyer to tell me how to deal with my own son. Thank you, Jessica.
It's better than not drinking at all.
Where's the silver fox?
My venerable husband, away boring the pants off the natives of South America. Or was it North America? I didn't really take much notice when he told me.
I take it he won't be back for a while.
Goodness, I hope not.
I knew it was something. You looked as if you'd been at the semi-pods for weeks. I thought you were going senile.
Thank you for the vote of confidence. But really, Dorothy, if senility protects one from the pain, it has something to recommend it.
But are you certain he's still alive?
I've seen him, talked to him.
Couldn't it have been an hallucination?
Oh, Lord knows I wish it were. You know, I've started to believe that he's immortal.
Oh, look, old girl. Scones? I mean, I know he's your golden boy and all that, but you simply must tell the police.
But the whole performance will just start all over again. They'll lock him up, he'll escape, and more people will get hurt.
But at least he'll be out of harm's way for a while.
I used to think that at one time, but I found it was naive. No, while he's officially dead, his power is limited because he can never be seen to act. So let him stay dead.
Oh, Olivia, enough is enough. That wretched child of yours has held you to ransom since the day he was born. You've got to break free of him.
You know, I think I have, finally. When I first heard that he'd died, there was a shameful sense of relief. But then I knew in my bones it was just one of his tricks. I knew it. I could feel him wooing me, dragging me back to him. But this time, wait, it didn't work. I felt something inside me saying no. And then that disgusting little man coming this morning and trying to threaten me, I got so angry, really angry. I was so furious I thought I was going to be sick. And I don't care anymore. Bryce can play his games, pipe his tunes. My dancing days are over. So far as I'm concerned, my darling eldest son can go to hell in a handbasket.
Well, do you think Maxine will like it? She'll love it. This is the old style, eh? Hey, I can just see it. We get a place in the country. Fortified mansion filled with phones and faxes and computers, blonde bimbos in short skirts.
We are having a good time, aren't we, John?
Oh, the best. And it's only just beginning.
Well, I think it's time you took off to collect our guests.
Right. I'll see you there then.
You certainly will.
He's away a lot then.
It was part of the marriage contract.
And you don't get lonely?
I try not to.
Listen, I've got a meeting, but it won't last very long. And I feel a certain responsibility not to let you get lonely this evening.
I love responsible men. As long as they don't rock the boat.
I know this little restaurant that's so discreet, even the staff don't recognize each other.
How can anyone buy a magazine with a cover like that? I mean, I'm beginning to feel strictly older generation. Oh, how am I going to make decisions for a market like that?
You can't. Teenagers are a bunch of aliens. Accept the fact and offload the managing editorship onto someone who understands them.
A Martian, perhaps.
Panic!
It's not as silly as it sounds. He is deadly reliable, from what I've seen.
Well, even you can't do everything. I'd also consider a new managing editor for Ross.
Over my dead body.
Maybe a dead magazine if it doesn't recover fast. Look, a managing editor could handle all that mundane business stuff and be a good sounding board for it.
I'd rather get a good editor.
Why? Look, anyone can be a boring old business genius. Gloss is unique. Editing it is what you do best, because you love it.
Don't tempt me.
And with Rex and Giles hand in glove with germs like the Cartwrights, I'd be looking to protect my publishing firm. It might end up all you have left.
Matt, you are going too far again.
Oh, yes, please. Let's go too far again, eh?
Well, we're about ready for off.
Hi, man.
It's your shirt. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, no, it's going to drag on for hours, so don't wait up for me. Special dinner.
Look, darling, I'm really sorry.
It's just that, oh, can we do it another time? Oh, you're an angel. Yeah. No, I'm just, popped down to the bar for a drink. I'm heading back now. Okay. Yeah, bye, darling.
Champagne?
Ah, you're celebrating your freedom. Looks like Gemma was after both of us. Damn nearly got us, too.
I told you that. Are you going to apologize for what you've been saying about me around town?
Why? I'm sure you've thought about it, and you haven't got the guts. Shame. I was rather enjoying the idea of you spending a few years behind bars.
I don't want you dead, Rex. I just want to watch you crawl back to where you belong.
Are you sure you need that?
Positive.
Oh, well, the faster you pass out, the faster I get home. Here, let me do it.
Was it me, do you think?
Was what you?
Gemma. Oh, I really wanted it to work, you know. I really did. Maybe I didn't love her enough, and that's why she hates me.
Maybe you just got drunk and talked to her. You could have left that at the office.
I wanted you to see it before Damien got to it.
Oh, don't you start playing games too.
I'm sorry.
Look, I know he wants to get rid of you.
Why put up with it, huh? Look, I know he's good, but he's not that good. You could always get someone straight.
I've thought about it, really. But it's just tricky, you know.
You're still stupid about him, aren't you?
I wish I wasn't. But he's got something.
I am sick of everyone going on how absolutely magnificent Damien is.
I thought you'd got over me.
No. It's okay, though. I just don't want to hear you going on about him, that's all.
It's just that I haven't got anyone to talk to these days. Tanya's still really off. Mum never listens to me.
You can talk to me anytime. Just leave Mr. Supercool out.
Thanks.
Chris Dunbar-Jones, Mason Wright.
Nice to meet you, Mason.
You know Ted and David, and Rocky.
Hello, Rocky.
You two the last? Right. House rules. Dealer's choice, $50 minimum, 100 to open. No limit. You playing?
Are you in or out? Why don't you give it away, son? This game's strictly for the bigger boys.
I'm in.
He's late.
Well, read a magazine. I've got this editorial to finish.
You're late, pal.
Ah, and that's where you're wrong. The meeting's now at 6.
What?
But it's not here, it's somewhere else.
Giles, the meeting was organised for here, and here it's going to be. Otherwise, it's not going to be anywhere.
Oh, come on. You've got to come. It's a surprise.
I hate surprises, Giles.
Oh, I bet, considering some of the ones you've had lately.
Oh,
Come on. You'll love it.
Giles, I can't afford the time.
And I've got a dinner date. With Cara.
Well, there you go. He can't afford to keep Cara waiting, can he? So spit it out, Giles. What's it all about?
I'll tell you when we get there.
Get where?
That's part of the surprise.
Very well.
This had better be good, Giles.
Oh, it will be. You'll love it. It'll just kill you.
Andy? Oh, I thought you'd all gone. Is Damien at the warehouse with you? Oh, no, just ask him to wait if he turns up. Yeah, I'll call into the gloss office on the way and see if he's still there. Okay. See ya.
You're a wonderful person, you know. A very special person. You're my friend. And now you saved my life.
Shh, Alistair, keep your voice down.
Well, you did, and I don't care who hears.
Let's go home, please.
First time in my life someone looked after me. You know, really looked after me. Not because they had to, but because they care. No one else cares about me. I love you, Jess. You know that? You understand that? I really love you.
You're two and raise you two.
Raise you 5.
What are you going to do if I raise you again? You're broke. Oh, well. I suppose I can afford to be generous. See you. You should have got out while you had a chance, kid. You'd be a man to play a man's game. For the taxi.
I don't mind losing, but I hate losing to boring idiots who go on and on and on about it. I need more credit, Kevin.
Don't let him get to you, Chris.
I just did. I'm going to wipe that smug smile right off his face, mate.
Another 10 grand, okay?
Thanks.
What's this? Back to give me some more of your pocket money?
Enjoy yourself, mate. You might be dining in the night shelter.
Mum? Are you in there, Mum?
Hi, Chelsea.
It's a wedding.
Well, look, it is. It's a shotgun wedding.
You know, inside this building is a woman with absolutely no taste whatsoever.
Good evening. Giles, more champagne for my guests. Hi, Max. I've missed you. Still as beautiful as ever.
What the hell is going on?
You didn't really think that I was dead, did you, Rex?
Tell me this is a nightmare.
I got sick of watching you play your little games from a distance, so I thought it was time to make my presence felt. Look, there's no need to be afraid. After all, this is a party. Although you must understand that I do know what makes each and every one of you tick. Maxine, ambitious, hungry for wealth and recognition. And Rex, trying to follow in his father's footsteps. I have to admit, I'm very flattered. And Giles. Number 2 all your life, always longing to be king of the castle. And so you've all betrayed me. My lover, my son, and my faithful right-hand man. Together you formed a trinity. Well, now I'm back, and as there's only room for 3 in a trinity, one of you is going to have to go.
No, not me. You need me.
They're family, you see, Giles, and families have been betraying each other since Cain and Abel. Whereas trusted servants are always expendable, especially servants who betrayed their master.
But I had to see that it all came back to you.
You should have known, Giles, that it was you that was going to get the job.
They don't care about you.
Go with them now, Giles. More champagne?
What's going to happen to him?
Try the caviar, Rex. It is delicious.
2.
2. Dealer takes 3.
50. You're 50. Raise you 250.
You're 3. I raise you 5.
Too rich for this hand. You're 5. Raise you 1,000.
Confident little devil, aren't you? You're 1,000. And raise you 10.
Am I good for another 50, Theo?
You better be. There must be some hand.
You're 10. And raise you 50. You said no limit.
Check's okay?
Yours are, I suppose.
Right. It's covered. What have you got? I play with some dummies, kid, but you should give it away before you lose some money.
You've got 48 hours, Chris. That's all.
So how did you get out?
Magic? No, I was tired of the view. And I was looking to the future. A family empire with the 3 of us at the head.
Your little Cosa Nostra's doomed to fail before it starts.
You won't work with me, Rex?
I'm not going to get much chance. You've unwittingly put all 3 of us behind bars.
Oh, the letters.
What letters are those?
The very incriminating letters which Giles' solicitor will forward to the police when he fails to turn up.
You underestimate me, Rex. So here we are. My lover, my son, my family empire return. You know, tonight I am a very happy man.
Oh, it's the guilt on the gingerbread, the icing on the cake. It's monuments and mirror glass, the city's on the make. The devil takes the hindmost and no one counts the cost. It's such a sweet seduction. Glass. Could call it ambition. Did someone whisper greed? Don't want you for a friend if you're a friend in need. Now gonna tell the truth if you swallow a lie.